Wow.
That's terrible. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, the 2021. What is so funny, Jimmy?
Because it's the 11th already. The 2021 is really going off with a bang, and there's been so much going on the last 10 days. You and I can't even keep up with it. At least I can't keep up with it. I mean, political scene, I thought we were done with that politics thing. Apparently, we're not done with that politics thing. And so, you know, this is the quote I threw out the other day. We can't wait for the sun to shine. We got to figure out how to sail in the storm, because it's still storming out there.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see our country the way it was. I mean, just to be perfectly blunt, I just don't think it's ever going to be the way it was. And when people can take down Twitter and people off of Twitter, and I don't know where that comes from, but Parler, which was a terrific platform for people to express their opinions without censorship, and now first of all, they stopped people from purchasing it in the app stores, Google and iPhone app store. And then yesterday, they got with Amazon, and Amazon removed them from their server.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the right to free speech is okay as long as you're agreeing with Amazon, Twitter, and Google, and all the big players, Facebook, and because we've talked about YouTube taking some people down too. There's one priest that had 2 years of sermons taken down from YouTube because he said some things that, you know, they thought were inflammatory and they thought were wrong, and they said we're not going to have this on our site. And it's YouTube. It was their site. It's their site. So this has happened before.
Nunes who is a congressman, was on the news and said, look, I had 3 million people following me on Parler that I communicated with as a congressman.
Yeah.
And I can't do that now.
Right.
He says this has to be against the RICO Act and the Federal Trade Commission. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
But the fact that they can, that these big companies like Amazon and Twitter even consider doing these things, I don't know.
Jeff Bezos is just mad because Elon Musk overtook him as the richest man on the planet. That's the only thing. He's just mad now. He was angry.
That's cute. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's Monday morning, Karen. Hi. Oh, you got your golden mask. Yes. When is the first game? I know it. They start this week or something. Hi, Frank. Hi, Frank. Good to see you. Oh, you got a new picture. How beautiful. Dana's here with us this morning. Hi, Dana Ann. Good to see you. Happy 2021. There's Sunshine Charla. She's with us. Hi, Sunshine Charla. Yes, and Karen says tech is taking over our country. Well, yeah, the monopolies. It is what it is. And like I said, I don't think the world's ever going to be the same. It's never going to be the same.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a new normal. It's just everything new. Everything new.
Yeah. So, you know, I had somebody who's very political. Hey, Joan Bennett. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. There's Joan. I don't know, what was I going to say? A political person called me, and they were saying some things that, you know, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And I said, you know what? I don't care. I can't do anything about it.
Right.
I voted. I did what I could do. I continue to support the country. I can't do any more than I do. I get up every morning. I have my breakfast. I do my show. I go to work. We educate ourselves, Jimmy. We teach people. We come home. We eat dinner. We go to bed, and we get up again. That's. I can't do anything else. I'm not going to go to Washington and march and protest, and that I have to make a living. I have to do what I love. And
well, all this stuff, the political scene, the technology, all these things, they can be a distraction away from what your mission is. And, you know, your mission, what you want to do is help agents get better. I mean, that's what you've said before. Look, I'm here to help agents get better and help them move their business forward and get to be better business people. And this stuff is a huge distraction. Focus is one of the internal mental muscles that we have. And this is a chance for us to practice and exercise our focus muscles, because really right now, for us to be focused, we're 11 days into the year. Are you focused on what you're going to supposed to be getting done in January because it's a third over already.
It's a third over, right? Amazing, amazing. And I'm happy. I can't let other people control my happiness. I
Very good.
refuse to do it. So we speaking of what we do for a living, we have 1.1 months of inventory. Dangerous, dangerous. But we listed 227 homes since Friday. There's
Good.
always the sunny side of the street.
Yeah.
We put 231 under contract.
Wow.
Yeah, since Friday. I counted Friday in there because we didn't have Friday's statistics on Saturday to show them. So anyway, and then we closed 182 homes since Friday. So, you know, they sometimes people put them in the MLS on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
Yeah. So I always include that. That's why I say from Friday to Sunday under the little red arrow there. We are 95 sales ahead of last year, a month to month for January last year versus this year. So we're ahead of the game. We're closing 90 homes a month average, and life is good. I mean, the average home, let's see, I got that. I don't know what happens. This platform drives me crazy sometimes. Where's my snapshot? It went away. I had this problem yesterday. Sounds like a personal problem almost, huh? Anyway, I will tell you, I'm going to get the snapshot, but we have the median price now is $345,000. And it was, I mean, the new listings that we're taking is averaging $350,000. So Leah has something to say. Yes, we can be aware and prepare, but we can't control anything, right? And Deborah says, this is not whether it is wrong for them to do this to our president. Yes, well, you're right. And good morning. Yeah, so the median price has gone up to $345,000. The new listings are about $349,000. Effectively, we have 1 month of inventory. We've sold in the last 30 days, 3,300 homes with only 2,400 new listings. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the tail of the tape. Well, NAR is working on our behalf, Jimmy, too, with this new CARES Act. This is the new CARES Act, and I did put this in the group, everybody, so you can see it. And the important thing I want to show everybody is that in the CARES Act, the independent contractors, that's us, were eligible to have an amount equal to 8-week share of the 2019 net profit forgiven under the program. And we are able to apply again for funding. So NAR has done that. That's really good. They're looking out for us. Did you know that they were doing that?
I knew it was on the horizon. I didn't know if it would pass.
Yeah. Well, they're acting like it passed. So that's a good thing that they're doing that. I had the number here. So if you're an independent contractor, you're eligible to have an amount equal to an 8-week share of your 2019 net profit. So we'll see. And it's also forgiven for last year if your 1040 shows that you are eligible. And I don't want to go into the eligibility thing, but anyway, so I don't know if it says that this has been enacted. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. They might have jumped the gun. I don't know. But well, anyway, they're working. They're working.
Push the economy. It's one more way to push the economy.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah. That's a good thing. And Jimmy, so much is going on with our economy. Then they put out the economic indicators, and where I have my arrows this time is under the percent of unemployment. They're projecting that in Q2 we'll go down to 6.3 unemployment, and by Q1 of 2022 it'll be 5.9. It's funny talking about 2022 because we're in 2021 now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to continue to go down. Quarter two, it's 6.3. Quarter three, it's 6.2. Quarter four, it's 6, and quarter one of next year, it's 5.9, which is the normal. The normal. Yeah, it's the normal. So the other interesting thing is they predict here that the Fed rate's going to change, is going to not change. It's going to stay at 0.01. And in 2020, if you look year over year on the annual basis over here, the Fed rate was as high as 0.4, and the projection is 0.1 for 2021. So they, like Jerome Powell stated and Brian Buffini told us, it's not going, the interest rates or the Fed rate's not going to go up. And like Frank educated me, the Fed rate has nothing to do directly with the mortgage rate. However, they do work together because the Feds keep it low so that the other people that charge interest will keep their interest rates low, and that stimulates the economy as well. So mortgage rates, personal, to my point, in the quarter four, they were down as low as 2.8. They project that between the next 12 months, they'll go up to 3.2. That's still free money almost.
Right.
And then, interesting thing here, Jimmy, and I know you probably can't see this, but the existing home sales in quarter two, the number is 4,313, and that is in the thousands. So that's 4 million. Or no, 400,000, right? Be 431,000. And if you look at quarter two this year, they're projecting 603,000 sales. So they're looking for us to be ramped up 17,000 in quarter four. Then it's going to go down a little bit in January, the first quarter, to 600,000, but the second quarter is going to jump up to 603,000. It's going to jump more in quarter three and more in quarter four. So existing home sales, everybody, are going to continue to rise to where they get to 620,000 in quarter one of 2022. The point being, get your game on because homes are going to continue to fly off the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the concern is the inventory. And quarter two of this year, they are projecting that we are going to do 39.8% more than we did in quarter two last year. Now, last year we were down 18%. So, you know, we're really going to knock it out of the ballpark in quarter two of this year. So what are any comments on this, on these stats here? Well,
your comment is right. If we're not in the game right now, those are the deals that close in March and April and May. The last NAR report that came out in November said that the average buyer now looks 8 weeks. That's what they look. And if they're on the internet, they look for 3 weeks before they call us. They only look with us for 5 weeks. It also said the average buyer for the first time in a long time has gone down from 10 homes they look at to 8 homes they look at. And only 3 of those do they look at inside.
Wow.
That's what NAR said. 5 homes that they looked at online. They did a virtual tour. They said, nah, I'll pass on this one. I want to see these 3. So they're actually looking at physically less houses, which means we have less time spent showing houses and more time spent keeping in touch with our clients. We can focus our activities now on things that are going to get us more business, because taking care of our existing clients is taking less time. Now, a listing probably is taking more time because of all the marketing you've talked about doing with the videos and all the blog posts and everything. It probably takes more time to get a listing, but we know a really good listing is a listing that's going to sell and going to get me another listing. A really good listing is one that's going to sell and get me another listing. So if I'm doing all that work, that sellers see that and they say, you know what, I want this lady to list my house. Look at this stuff she did.
Yes.
I want them to already decide before they call me that I'm their agent. So they come over and say, look, come over here. I want you to do it for me what you did for, John and Ruth. That was amazing. Dude, I want you to do that for me. That's how the guy got the listing on the Playboy Mansion. He went to the board of directors of the Playboy company and he said, look, I just sold a $40 million house. Here's what I did. And he shared 6 strategies with them and they signed the listing. They canceled all the other interviews they were going to have with other agents. He just said, here's what I do. This is what I did. This sold a $40 million house. You guys want this much? I'm going to use these same strategies. They said, okay, sign us up.
Wow. Amazing. We got the John just got a listing 3 weeks ago because he listed the house down the street, and
Mhm,
that house in 3 weeks went into escrow, all cash, closing in 2 weeks.
mhm.
I mean, we're talking about over $700,000 house.
Yeah.
Amazing. And Sunday he met with clients that saw those two listings, and now they want to list their house, but they want to buy a $700,000 house first before they list their house, which is worth $1 million. So, and that came from Buffini. Everybody, I just personal notes, pop buying with a pie. I mean, just things that it's a recipe. It's not rocket science.
Well, one of my top agents the other day, you were talking to me about Aaron Taylor bringing the pie. I went to them and I said, him and his son, their team. I went to him and said, if I gave you 5 pies, do you know off the top of your head who you take those pies to? And he said, yeah, my church has an outreach group. I take them to my church and let them give them to poor people. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. But
That's a nice
what you're talking
gesture.
about,
You need
getting that
10
listing and
pies.
getting that listing and selling it in 2 or 3 weeks and getting another listing, that's evidence of your success. When I call somebody, I don't want to just say good morning. I want to say, listen, I'm at my office. There's a business call. I only have a minute. I need it. I promised this seller I leave no stone unturned. I'm going to send you a flyer on my listing and give you a link to the virtual tour. If you would just take 2 minutes of your time and just look at this, I would really appreciate it. And call me when you want to catch up, and we'll go to, we'll go have a shot, or we'll have lunch or breakfast or something. Call
Yeah.
me when you want to catch up. Now those calls go to your A+ people.
Yes, absolutely. And there's so much information that we give everybody that you can share with people. And we're putting out, John and his assistant, and they're putting out their, let's see, the first mailing they did in March, of course, when COVID hit, right? But
Mhm.
they've been consistently mailing a mailer, the item of value, every month, along with the stats in the neighborhood, which takes some time to do, to format and make it look nice, so on and so forth. Takes me about an hour to do for them. But anyway, so they've got it on autopilot almost. This month, I think, is the first month we don't have a lot of glitches, but that's okay. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So it took us all those months to get it on autopilot, but we still did it. We're still doing it, and he's getting business from it. So you can't argue with success.
No, I want to make sure that you and I are very clear this morning that this week is when Buffini starts. And you played that thing from Grant Cardone about a week ago for the second time. You played it twice. And he said, if you're done learning, you're finished. If you're done learning, you're finished. So we have to balance the work of getting these people their message, the item of value, the value of their property, something about evidence of our success. Those messages have to keep coming to them.
Yeah,
But we've also got to get better on delivery. And Friday, we have 2 classes. We have an agency in the morning and we have Buffini in the afternoon. So, I mean, Friday is almost like a learning day.
it is. It is. And Buffini has put, they've got a glitch in their system on the advanced class.
Okay.
And I'm working with them today to get it fixed. And I just noticed somebody said she tried to sign up. She's not sure it went through. I'm not sure either, but I'm on it. I've called them early this morning, and their website is, it's technology. They've got a lot of new bells and whistles on their website. And for some reason, the advanced class went down. So they're working on it, and I will let everybody know tomorrow morning that you can sign up.
I
But
think that Facebook user is Diana, Joffrey on Diana. If you want to put your number in the chat, then Ruthie will be able to find it and call you if that's
yeah,
who that is.
that'd be great. Yeah, yeah, there was a glitch. And Jimmy, is this the profile that you were looking at of the buyers and sellers that NAR provided?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like 200 pages, but they give you a little synopsis of each different
Mhm.
section of the book. Buyer's thoughts, seller's thoughts, marketing, the agent population, the average earnings. There's I think 6 different segments of the book, and they give you a brief summary on each part of the book at the beginning of the chapter. So, and you can get it for free.
Well, what I did is I got the whole summary and I put it on the group.
Okay.
It looks like this. It says 2020 profile of home buyers and sellers. So that's in the group. You can download it. It's not that many pages. It's about 15 pages, but the highlights are interesting. And it's interesting if you all just take a few. Hi, Irma. Thanks for your number. Yeah, that was Irma. Irma, thank you. Got it, Irma.
And Larissa.
Pardon me?
And Larissa is in here too.
Oh, Larissa. Okay, cool. Great. So anyway, what was I saying? You need to look at page 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, and 9, because it capsulizes, the profile of the buyers and the sellers. And then it also, Jimmy, does home buyers before COVID and after COVID. Well,
Yep.
before and during COVID.
Yep.
So before and during buyers and before and during sellers. And those are interesting things. Very interesting. And the highlights of the buyers, I think people need to look at and target those people. If you don't have a subdivision that you are farming, I really would advise you to get a subdivision and farm. And you can zero in on what you want. Do you want people who've been in their homes 5-7 years because they're probably thinking of selling? Are you looking at a particular age group? There's all kinds of ways that you can target your farming market. And if you look, I'm saying that because if you also couple that, your target, with what the profile of buyers and sellers are, and see if there's, if they meet, you don't want to be marketing to people that probably aren't going to move.
Well, and I think it depends on the messenger. If I'm building a relationship with the people in my neighborhood, they might be there 20 years, but they know who's moving in the neighborhood. The Mrs. Kravitz you have that Mrs. Kravitz
Right.
on your Facebook page, on
Right.
one of your pictures, the nosy neighbor. If I call you and say, look, I've been here since they built this, I'm never moving. Great. You know everybody in the neighborhood. You know who is moving. And so you establish that relationship and you build that relationship of trust. Buffini talks about, he was visiting this little old lady and she was like his top referring person. And she said, he said, why do you keep referring to me? She says, because you must really be starving because you have time to visit some little old lady like me. I don't know if you remember that story.
No.
He says, she says, you spend so much time with me, you must be really starving.
Oh,
he said,
yeah.
no, I spend time with you because I like you. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
That was really good. Senior related housing held steady this year at 12%, with 70% of buyers typically purchasing condos and 9% purchasing a townhouse or row house. That's an interesting stat. That the seniors didn't move much this year, and I think that probably had a lot to do with COVID.
Yeah.
Because normally that's a higher number.
Right. Yeah. They're going to stay in place. Yeah.
Yes, they are. I have another thing I want to show everybody. And all this stuff I've already, this morning I did it before I started so that I would have enough time. Here's a very interesting, let's see, what do they call it? The metro areas with the largest increase in new listings. Now this I find very interesting because we're way down on the list. And they're saying that we have 10% more listings year over year. I thought that was an interesting, I'm surprised that it's that high. I'm surprised it's that high. New listing count year over year. And then Jimmy, over here, it says active listing count year over year. We're down 18.5%, even though we're listing 10% more homes. There you go for the 1 month of inventory, right? But if you look at some of these that are interesting, Santa Clara, California has 123% more listings. Why? Because people are moving out of there, right?
Right.
San Francisco, 98%. Boston, I was surprised at that one, 50.9%. Washington, Virginia area, Alexandria, Maryland, 38.4%. Los Angeles, 36%. Seattle, 28%. Virginia Beach, 27%. Sacramento, 26%. New York, 21%. Minneapolis, 20%. Connecticut, 16%. San Diego, 12%. I think that if I was target marketing, I might market to these areas where people are selling their homes. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah. Yeah. And not just to the people, but also to the agents. Both. I would be in both and see which one gets you the most. You run A/B tests all the time. Here, I'm tried this and this and see which one works the best. I would be doing both.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And, you know, Buffini again, you'd think I was married to this guy.
Me too. I like him that much too.
But if you join Buffini, if you're a member of Buffini's group, uh, or his membership on his website, he also has a group, but on his website, if you're a member of his website, he has a network referral section. So you can go to these, you can put the town that you want to find agents in that are part of his Buffini network, and you can send them a message.
Mhm.
It's, I mean, that's like, you guys have so many ways to make money. We should all be making $500,000.
Well, I think that's what you just said is telling. We have so many ways to make money. It's like a dog in a meat shop. You know, Buffini talks about this, the one-eyed dog in the meat shop running around like crazy. We have so many ways to make money. If we would just pick 2 or 3 and really be consistent with those 2 or 3, whether it's agents or Facebook or whatever those 2 or 3 are, work on those first. And then if you want to take a flyer or something just to get a little variety in your life, that's fine. But somehow or other, you've got to identify what are the top 2 or 3 strategies you're going to do and really get good. Because if I reached out to agents in let's say the New York City area, and I just did it once, I might get some results. But if I did it 3 times, I'm probably the only agent that's ever reached out to them 3 times. The only one.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. Well, we have given everybody so much information today. There is, and Jimmy, you and I spend a lot of time doing what we do for the agents, and I love it. I enjoy it. I'm always jazzed when I see the new statistics coming out that I can share with you, everybody. So please take a minute, look at the economic outlook, look at the buyer-seller profile, look at the metro areas and the increase in new listings, and see what you can glean from it and learn from it, and maybe you can add another thing to your plate that you do every day, or once a week maybe you reach out and to these referral cities. These things don't take time, they just take consistency, like you said.
And Deborah's question is advance both, right? Zoom and the classroom. If somebody can't make it to class, do we Zoom it to them, or how do we do that?
We just do classroom. That was your choice. We can change it, but the being in that classroom with Buffini is very powerful.
It is very powerful. I'm just thinking if somebody can't make a day or whatever, I didn't know whether that was an option for them to log on or not. No. Okay.
Well, we can talk to Kane. We'll talk to Kane, see if he'll do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Deborah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I put the calendar up here, everybody. If you go to bee.vegas, let's see if I can put that between us. Oh, yeah, there it goes. So if you go to bee.vegas, you can sign up for to this Friday's Buffini class. I would wait until I get assurance that they put the sign up back up. Yeah, that was a glitch. But anyway, on their part, we have a 10 to 1 agency class. Let's see what the name of it is. I know it, but I don't want to say it. The agency. Yeah, you work for your client. Prove it. It's a great class. It's a great class. 10 to 1. You might as well make a day of it. Have lunch. Come to Buffini 2 to 4. And if you don't, if you haven't signed up and you just want to get a glimpse at it, I think we will let people come in and do the Friday and get a glimpse of it. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea. I think once they see it, they'll realize I need this.
You need this. If you want to make more than $100,000 a year, this is the class to attend.
Yeah.
The 8 weeks of Buffini, $50 a week. Surely you can afford that. I mean, I look at my Starbucks bill. It's like, oh my God, I'm a coffee hound. I love coffee. But anyway, so lots of things going on in our world. Unfortunately, we had to postpone and reschedule the Instagram class. We'll do it next month, and we will do it Zoom. We will do it at webinar style. We're going to do it webinar style, the Instagram class. And hopefully get enough people to participate in that. Cool. Joan Bennett says, I need cybersecurity. The rest I've taken. Cybersecurity is coming. Let's see. It is on the 18th, Monday, Joan, come Monday. Be good to see you. I think she's a new agent for you. Joan Bennett. Yes. Okay, Deborah. Yeah, we'll hopefully see Deborah on Friday. I will. I was just about to send the email out for the Buffini when I thought, oh, I better check the site, and it wasn't there. So anyway, love everybody. Jimmy, exciting day, exciting news, lots of things going on.
I have a sales meeting tomorrow, but I'll be here Wednesday.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll probably do something on social media tomorrow.
Good deal.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Stay positive.